Phone has a two-stage shutter button, a zoom dial over here, and a built-in grip for my hand, and an extra 50% battery capacity, which is pretty sick. In a lot of ways, this modularity conversation is exactly the same as the motorized and rotating cameras conversation, in that the first time you look at this, you think, oh my god, the ability to tune my smartphone to my exact preferences and my exact budget, to be able to swap out my battery as simply as this, instead of having to throw my whole phone away when it gets older, of course this makes sense. I mean, this is a massive part of why PCs are so desirable. You pick the exact parts that you want. And so it's not surprising that this idea of a modular phone almost became like the holy grail that companies were scrambling to try and make happen, with even Google themselves stepping in to try to create a device in which you could just slide out the components you don't want and slide in the ones you do. But it never caught on. See, unlike a PC, for which pretty much every PC case has tons of space inside so you can freely swap components even if they are different sizes, with a smartphone, everything has to fit exactly. Which creates two problems. A, that how do you create one phone body that is so flexible that someone could choose anything from a camera this big to a pro-level camera this big? And then if you are only going to use a camera this big, why would you pay for such an expensive body that has specifically costed more because it has all the connectors and image signal processors needed to support the higher end camera that you're not even taking advantage of? And then B, how do you make it such that all of these pieces, they don't just become e-waste the second that a new model comes out? Like with this LG G5, either LG decides that all their future phones are going to have this exact same dated shape, this size screen, and the exact same connectors, or these modules become useless the moment that you upgrade your phone, thus actually creating even more waste than if they just built 3 different versions of this phone, which each had one of these bases fixed inside of them, and you as the buyer would then just pick the one that you wanted. So I think it's fair to say that the idea of a modular smartphone being something that any company in 2025 should be striving for is not a good idea. The only situation that modularity has kind of worked for is the Fairphones and the CMF phones. But that's only because for the Fairphones, the swappability is not there so that you can upgrade things, it just lets you repair what you have more easily. And for the CMF, the things that you're swapping are accessories, as opposed to core system components. But the craziness is not reserved for just old phones. Like this is the new ZTE Nubia Music Phone 2. And there are 2 things that are kind of cool about it. A, that it's got not 1, not 2, but 3 speakers around it. And B, it's only around $90. My goodness. Now that is how you stand out. Is it premium? Questionable. Is it fun? Hell yes. Like this, the Ultra speaker, as they call it, is designed to look like a record player. There's lighting effects specifically for when you're playing music, which are not very good, I'll be honest. And there is also